Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the balls run through the tee, they are in for a show. Today, a ranked versus ranked matchup as a couple of top 25 teams get set to go jaw to jaw. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Mustangs will boot it away to start the game. He'll bring it out. It's Selden. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and
Seventeen.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Using his legs to buy some time. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Looking for more room. At the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Tell you what, defensive dream, right? You dream about coming out, setting the tone. You practice your script all week of what you want to be in and how you want to be successful. And bam, right out the gates, forcing the INT. Let's go.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's got his man. Touchdown, Mustangs! What a catch and run for 6.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Bishop. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No.
Off he goes. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Volunteers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, Tennessee.
And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. Right down the boulevard. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great...
He's off to the races. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Bailey.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved, get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the game.
Second and short now after that completion. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. To the air, it's Jennings. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, SMU.
The Mustangs are on the move. He's looking to throw it. Blasted as he lets it go. Got it in the middle. It's Bailey. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Quick pass on the jet motion. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. Man, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
They keep attacking through the air. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Tennessee.
They're backed up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Caught in the backfield. It's Sampson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. Second down coming up. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Looking to take a shot. They intercepted. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They need a conversion on 3rd and 3 to make the most of that great starting field position. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, SMU!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Mistakes are going to happen as they did on that last drive. Now how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to...
He's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Vols want to crank the tempo. From the gun, the running back has it. Discards a man. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Buying some time. Short throw to the sideline, picks up just a little. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They'll keep it on the ground. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. The Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Just buried it.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the back. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. They'll ride the hot hand. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Oh, it's on the ground, live ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism extending the play and at least giving himself the chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number one. He wasn't able to do that.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 8. Oh, you know we wanted that pick 6, but the offense is in business.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He wants to throw it. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Caught the defense offside. That penalty obviously will be declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up for the PAT. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. With 8 seconds to go in the half, wonder if they'll try to get a big play just to see what happens. Leaves it with the running back. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half.
That's the end of the first half with the game tied.
About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll put the tight end in motion. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now on second down for this offense. They'll try to get outside. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. They take the lead with the 6.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here. Just give him some easy looks to let him get moving.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you throw it to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down.
It's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Turns it on at midfield. He'll work his way down to the 28.
3rd and long, I'm thinking bring in extra DBs, play for the pass, rush the passer, and this offense flips the script, runs the football right at him. Nice job by this offense catching him off guard, making the big play, getting the first down with the run.
And the Mustangs look to keep this drive humming. Looking to go up top on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
Quarterback has got to just settle down and take a breath. Threw a bad pick last drive. Almost threw another one on that last play. He's got to regain his focus.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. The give on the inside. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
And the Mustangs are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
19.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, Daily, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy
Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Man, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Selden. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
there's a lot of
And he's running in the open. He's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown ball. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Offensive line, give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. It's a one-possession game in the fourth. Back to pass, it's Jennings. A little screen to the running back. At the 35, he's got room. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense.
great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. Pulls it in. It's Smith.
Well, this certainly hasn't been a career day for the quarterback, right? He's thrown a couple of picks, hasn't thrown for a ton of yards, but his team is in position to win this game, and they need him to make plays now in two-minute situation to pull this one out. He's got the talent to do it. Let's find out what he does.
On second down, he'll fire. Using the quick game. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They want to just keep throwing it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Smith. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. The give to the left. Makes the tackle at the 27. It's a pickup of 5 and enough for the first down.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. He looks that one in nicely. Touchdown, SMU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Massive score, now massive decision-making. Obviously, extra point ties the football game. Easy peasy, nice job. A 2-point conversion, you win this thing. So I would kick it, but you know what? If you want to go for it, it's your decision.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they've got it locked up in the final minute after the touchdown and extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Selden. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. A pretty good bit of ground to cover here, Jesse, but they've got some time to work with.
They do, so tempo is going to be important. You got to...
He lets it fly. He's got it on the left. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Quarterback checking the play. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Late in the game, a lot about execution, right? The quarterback has to understand situational awareness, has to understand, first of all, he does a great job of scrambling, but then the understanding part we're talking about clicks in. Does a great job getting the first down and getting out of bounds.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the move, it's Sampson. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. Touchdown, Volunteer! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there. Finish this thing off.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They'll need to be very sound here, limit this return, and put this game in the hands of their defense to salt it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Pretty much down to cases here, David. They have to execute quickly to have a shot at the end.
And obviously you want to do
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That's a tough deal for the offense, right? I mean, you're trailing, it's late in the game, you're having to throw the football, you're just trying to make something happen, and ball gets away from the quarterback, ends up in the hands of a DB. Nice job by the defense.
Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. Takes the handoff. It's Sampson. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And some people might say they should have taken a knee, run the clock out. This offense believes, I'm going to run the football. It's your job to stop it. And they add a rushing touchdown and another 6 to the scoreboard.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. It's football time in Tennessee. Those words have long been associated with running through the tee, the glory of the checkerboard end zone, and the Big Orange ready to do battle. This isn't your run-of-the-mill matchup. You get a couple of powerhouses, both ranked in the top 10, and statements can be made in this one. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Total leather and we'll get started. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Comes this offense. He's going to pass. Now adjusting. On the move, he fires. He makes a catch.
The pass on first down. Caught by the tight end. Gain of 25 on the play. And that's good enough for a first down.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air, it's Howard. Unloads to the right. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Lost the defense, he's wide open. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
From the gun, looking for a man. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And he's got it! Touchdown, Ohio State! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches and the score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Makes a move. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. Bunch formation trying to confuse the secondary. Looking for space. It's Sampson. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job on the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
He'll take the deep shot. It's complete. A huge pickup. And the balls come to the line in the hurry-up.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play, because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They don't even consider the 47-yard field goal attempt, and they'll try to pick it up on 4th down and short. Tackle was made after the first down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 7, Tennessee 0.
The Vols are moving quickly down the field. Give to the back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback checking off. From the gun. Give on the inside. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the two-point try. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Using his feet to buy time. He's got it in the end zone for the 2, and they'll take an 8-7 lead. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football, because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
To the air on first down. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Makes a connection. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
To the air, it's Howard. Fires into the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on 4th down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away and doing it cleanly. No PI. As a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
He's got it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. It's complete on the right side. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain. The Volunteers moving quickly to the line. Going up top on 1st down. Trying to beat the D deep. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Grabs it inside the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown ball! Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll throw it on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy.
All kinds of running room. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Volunteers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. He can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Looking downfield, it's Howard. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll try to do it himself. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
1st and 10, the whole menu open. You can run the football. You can do whatever you want. You can tell they call a pass. He does a really good job in the pocket, just being a great athlete. Scramble outside, go get another first down, 1st and 10 again.
Trying to find his man on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. From the gun. Got it in the middle. It's Judkins.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The corners are walked up tight. Snagged on the outside. It's Scott. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Buckeyes are rolling down the field. They'll throw it on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's looking on the right side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down. Just precision execution on that big play.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. On second down, looking to throw. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Oh, not able to hold his water, and the offense will have it stepped off against them. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. An impressive 66-yard touchdown drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Offense getting set for first down. From the gun, running back gets the give. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny...
Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Tennessee! Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking for a man, it's Howard. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Still on his feet at the 45. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. He'll come out throwing on first down. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They make the tackle right there as the special teams unit does its job, and that will be the end of the third quarter.
Tennessee, 29. Ohio State, 21.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They want that clock to run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. The kickoff team lined up. They'll have to give it back after giving up that safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Looking for a crease. It's Judkins. At the 40, just steamrolling his way through. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Fighting off the defender. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
These running backs nowadays, they're built so low to the ground, thick and compact, but fast and shifty. They're just so hard to tackle. And you could see he just does a great job breaking tackles, breaking tackles. He does this consistently. That's why he's really hard to stop at the running back spot.
Trying to run, it's Judkins. Oh, gave the defender the business. The Buckeyes get enough to move the chains.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Now down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. On the ground, it's Henderson. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To throw, it's Howard. Firing to the right, complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And now this is the time of the game where the clock's fighting against you. You can only take so many shots like that and get no gain when you got to get out of bounds or you got to waste timeouts. So we got to be smart offensively in what we do here.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, how about the execution by this offense? Taking almost all of the clock, tying this football game, and now get that kicker loose. No pressure at all. Go kick that thing through the uprights, and you get the big W.
The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. PAT unit on the field. And he knocks through the pressure-filled extra point. Now to see if they can hang on. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking to move it through the air. Here's a throw downfield late. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. The offense set for a first down play. Looking for space. It's Judkins. Still running at the 40. Racing down the left side. The 20. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news is you're going to score. This offense looks like they can be explosive and they can light up the scoreboard. Bad news, though, David, they've got a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and welcome to college football nowadays, right? This is how it works, a ton of points. Defenses learn as you go, but you got to get better. You got to force some turnovers, create those negative plays. Just can't give up so many points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it, a moniker that many claim, but this city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Volunteers will put total leather to crank us up. Bringing it back. He was looking for some running room, but not. How does he stop at the 18? Here comes the offense on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Looking to buy time. Oh, he's going to go up top. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. Back to pass, it's Milroe. He's going for it all. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Alabama pushing the tempo. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Keeps looking downfield. He'll take another shot here. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
The give to the tailback. Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown ball. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead.
Set to advance on the football.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
Here comes that Alabama offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an
nothing but green ahead. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Alabama quickly back to the line. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Touchdown, Volunteers! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
He'll bring it out. It's Henderson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. On to attempt the try. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Selden. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Handoff from the gun. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Quick strike complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. And the Vols racing to the line in the hurry up. He's looking to throw it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Didn't make it any easier on themselves on first down. Now second and long from the 21. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the side.
And it's picked off. Got some room to run. Touchdown, Alabama! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can this guy do?
And he made the extra point without problem. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Selden. He gets a block. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by volition.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. He wants to go deep. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He's going to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. The ball pops out. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
You start to get that offense going and start having success. You got to make sure when you get closer to the scoring range, you take care of that football. If you don't, coach is going to go you on the sideline, you in the game.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. He lets one fly deep. He's got it down the right side. Touchdown, Bama! And welcome to the offensive showcase, my friend.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
Coming out with it, it's Selden. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Open space at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down. They're getting this guy lathered up. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
To the air, it's Iamaleava. Gets it to the back. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. And the throw downfield winds up incomplete, and there's a good reason for that. This guy was being mugged by the defender. 3 yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Matthews. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Vols will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. With the catch, it's Matthews. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Tennessee.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. It is good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half.
23, Alabama, 21.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right. That pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game. This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen. In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Looking for room, it's Sampson. The Volunteers pick up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. And they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Tennessee 23.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got his man. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. On the run, it's Sampson. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He'll go to the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. On the banks of the Mississippi River, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a storied venue, and soon the fog will rise off the Big Muddy, and will it also bring a victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals, Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And they thought about a return, then thought. They'll bring it out to the 25. A first down for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
The give to the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
3rd and short now from their own 48. They'll go with a direct snap. Tough, hard-nosed running. He picks up 3, but stopped just short. It'll be 4th and 1. Bunch formation for these receivers. The give and the run on 4th down. The Sun Devils pick up the first down.
And how about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Touch pass on the run. Still running at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Sun Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Keep it on the ground. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
This opening drive, methodical, efficient. They'll snap it for the 9th time on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. The Sun Devils will keep this drive going. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They'll give it to the back. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Makes the grab on 3rd. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. 4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They've moved it right to the edge, and they need 1 more yard for the touchdown on 3rd down. He'll keep it on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Well, your opponent can't beat you if you don't give them the football. And they were able to possess it throughout the entire 1st quarter, and they finally cap it off with that impressive rushing touchdown.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Fair catch, called for and made. 1st down for this offense. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Going for a big play right off the bat. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he'll pump it in inside the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays.
Timeout, Arizona State.
They'll play it safe and try for 3.
On the field goal.
Never a doubt.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to go up top on first down. A strike downfield. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Arizona State 7, LSU 3.
They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the third quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Farmer. It might have caught them off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll leave it with the lone back. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
In the red area, it's Durham. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the offense. On the run, it's Durham. Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Just drives it between the uprights. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Gets set, first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Arizona State 7, LSU 6.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Pulls and throws out the RPO. At the 45 on its way. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Arizona State. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
LSU 6.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. After the misfire, now on second down. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Just let him a little too far across the sidelines. Couldn't make the catch in bounds. It's incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Anderson. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the sticks. It's Durham. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down one possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
Back to the air one more time. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. He's looking to throw it. Got it on the outside. It's Anderson. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Now on second down. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Got his man quickly. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Anderson. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Gets it out quickly. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Taylor.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Looking to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Anderson. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw for it. Lets it fly. And this will be caught. Touchdown in the final minute. We're a two-point conversion away from a tie.
Wow, unbelievable. This is crazy. And massive play by this offense. This is exactly what you needed. You got the score. Now you got to get the two-point conversion. Time's not on your side. There is no wait till a later point. It's go time. What's your two-point play in this spot to tie the game up late?
The last touchdown, only part of the battle. Now the two-point try to tie the game. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. He makes the grab for the two, and he ties the game here in the fourth. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they've tied it up in the final minute with the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
The incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. He unleashes a long one. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the defense came into this game with a great game plan, and today they have been challenged, and they have answered that challenge. That was phenomenal coverage, reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the ball. You cannot do it any better than that.
Third and 10, still back up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Looking for a gap. It's Scatterbo. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And the Sun Devils will punt it away on 4th down. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. A high kick trying to pin them deep. And he muffs it. It's loose. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Number 34 on the field goal.
And it's no good. And in the final quarter of regulation, we remain tied.
That's the end of regulation with the score all time.
First play of the first possession of OT. Going up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Scatterbo. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for a first.
The Sun Devils looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On the run, it's Scatterbo. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Red pass, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Sun Devils want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he avoids the tackle with the slide. Does the drama get any thicker? The offense comes to the line on fourth down here in overtime. They'll immediately call timeout. This, the biggest play of the game so far. Going for it on fourth down in overtime. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it! Touchdown, Sun Devils! They strike first in overtime. A score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary and make that big play.
He'll set up to throw. It's complete to the right. Did not get it, and instead of kicking the extra point, they missed the 2, and the lead is 6.
LSU 14.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. They'll throw it on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! They tied the game, and now they can win it with an extra point.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends.